It's that time of the year again. Oh, we need to talk about some predictions. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This one is going to be a tough watch. Everybody at home knows by now that at the end of a season, I go back and look at Football Daily and the people that talk on Football Daily's predictions at the start of the season and react to them. 2 videos to do today. One of them a top 10, one of them a Sunday vibes. And I'm telling you now, this could be a career ender. We're going to start with Football Daily's predictions for the 2021-2022 season. It's a top 10 listicle put out August the 12th, 2021. Now, I'm not sure who wrote this. It wasn't me. It might have been maybe Patrick Van Straten or one of the writers. I'm not sure who edited it. But either way, I don't harbour high hopes. Now, I haven't watched either of these videos at all. So this is a totally fresh reaction. Oh, please don't be too bad.
10. Juventus regains Serie A.
Sums it up. It starts like that at 10. Juventus regains Serie A. They finished 16 points behind Milan. 16 points behind Milan. Now, I'm not going to listen to all the reasoning because we'll be here forever just getting into the listicle because Sunday Vibes is 45 minutes long. So, Juventus didn't regain Serie A. They finished 16th points off it. It's a honking start.
9. Watford sack Xisco.
Hey, this one. Has there ever been a more predictable move? Has there ever been a more predictable sacking than Watford binning Xisco? I mean, they went through how many managers this season? 212, was it? 1 correct, 1 wrong in the listicle so far. But this one was quite obvious.
8. Barcelona outscore La Liga rivals.
They didn't. They obviously didn't. Obviously, Real Madrid were the top scorers in La Liga. Now, this went out August the 12th. I'm just going to listen to what Mikey has to say here to hear whether or not he thought Messi was staying. Because had Messi joined PSG officially, I think it was about this time, wasn't it, the start of August?
On the 5th of August, 6-time Ballon d'Or winner Lionel Messi was released from Barcelona.
Why were we predicting them to be the top scorers then? I actually want to hear the reasoning for this because it's ridiculousness.
But with the other attackers they have in the squad, we still fancy them to outscore their La Liga rivals. Last term, the Blaugrana netted 85 in the league, 18 more than arch-enemies Real Madrid and title winners Atletico.
Big old swing. Big old swing. Scored only 20 less.
Antoine Griezmann contributed 20 goals in all competitions and could thrive as the main man in Catalonia.
I can't even watch the rest. How many goals did Griezmann get this season? I totally forgot. He left. He went to Atletico. What on earth am I seeing here? Oh dear. Hindsight's a wonderful thing though, isn't it? Hindsight's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
7. Sancho wins PFA Young Player of the Year.
Oh no. To be honest with you, I predicted this as well. I predicted that Sancho would win Young Player of the Year. Look, it's not worked for him first season, but he'll be back under Eric 10 weeks.
6. Roma win the Europa Conference League.
Hey, Jose Mourinho making it 5. Another correct prediction. What is that? 3 wrong, 2 right so far. Roma, of course, did win the Conference League this very week against Feyenoord. And fair play to Jose. Not the best final I've ever seen. In fact, might have been one of the worst I've ever watched. But you can't deny the man wins trophies.
5. Lukaku wins the Premier League Golden Boot.
Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Do you know what? I'm not going to go too in-depth into this one because I feel like I said the same on Sunday Vibes. And we're going to come on to Sunday Vibes in a bit. But clearly a whiffer.
4. Man United win a trophy.
Oh my god, it's never ending. We can't buy a dub. We can't buy a dub. It's absolute factory of L's so far. Man United win a trophy. Obviously didn't win a trophy. One of the worst seasons in the club's history. In fact, it was the club's worst Premier League season of all time. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer pictured there. Got the chop. I can't even bring myself to listen to the reasoning behind that because...
3. Atletico Madrid retain La Liga.
Another L. Another stinking L. The lack of Real Madrid respect on Football Daily is really being exposed here, isn't it? It really is being exposed.
2. Erling Haaland wins the European Golden Shoe.
Ooh, didn't win the European Golden Shoe. I'm not sure who did. Probably Bobby Lewandowski or Karim Benzema, one of the two. Look, he's had a long period out, sustained injuries this season, so you can kind of caveat that one, can't you? It's not the worst shout ever. Again, not particularly great, though.
1. PSG win the Champions League.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Absolute Messi merchants at Football Daily. Absolute Messi merchant. We back the ultimate bottlers. We back the ultimate bottlers. We weren't the only people to back the ultimate bottlers, though. I'm sure that when Messi went there were plenty of people saying that a front line of Messi, Neymar and Mbappe would win the Champions League. They didn't win the Champions League, and now we look like mugs. But as I said earlier, hindsight is a wonderful thing. All right, let's move on to the one everybody really cares about. It is the Sunday Vibes Premier League predictions 21-22. The thumbnail is not giving me much hope, lads. Let's have it then.
Right, let's crack on with the show then. Noobmaster69 submitted this one.
What's her name?
Predictions for the Premier League this season, gents. This is the episode.
Always a good episode, this.
This is one of my favourite
Where in
episodes
a year's
of the season.
time, Joe rips into us on what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. So, future Joe, hello there on We Need to Talk.
Hello, past Joe.
Who have you guys got for the final Champions League berth?
Okay.
I will go for Liverpool here. I think Liverpool...
See, I'm reticent to smash into Jalab here too much because I also think I said Liverpool would finish 4th. The shame. Oh, the cringe. Do you know what it is, yeah? From now on, I'm never going to base my predictions based on transfer windows. I was so heavily reliant and thinking upon how impactful transfers would be that I discredited one of the greatest teams in Premier League history in Liverpool. I'm never going to do that again. Honestly, hold me to it. I'm never going to do that again. Shambles. Do you know what I've also clocked? Pat's done a runner on this episode. Very Arsenal FC. Bottled the big moment.
The front three is still brilliant. Mohamed Salah's going to have a fantastic season, as he always does.
Well done, Zachary. Called it. Not the hardest prediction to get right, that Salah would play well, but I've got to give him something, because if I don't give us these little wins, then we may as well fold the channel.
With no major signings like the other three that we will mention, I just think they're going to struggle keeping up. I think they'll do well, and I think they're solid. I think it's not going to be as...
See, this is what I made the same mistake of Jalab. I mentioned it earlier. This emphasis on transfers. It's got to stop. It's got to stop in my predictions and Zach's predictions.
In 6th place, maybe battling for 4th, as they were to pass 2 previous seasons.
Okay, so easily 4th.
Yeah,
but
easily
you think
4th.
the other 3 have left them behind in the transfer
Yes,
market?
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Don't say left them behind.
I'm going to jump on this because I agree with Zach. I've actually gone...
Oh no! Oh god, no! I was so hopeful that Hamill would be the one to rescue the Sunday Vibes crew and not say Liverpool would capitulate. Oh, because that means I definitely agreed.
What about you?
Yeah, I've gone Liverpool in
full house.
Sweet. Maybe a little bit of bias here showing through, because I actually think that even with United's additions, if you match their starting 11 up with Liverpool's, I still think Liverpool will have a better starting 11 than Manchester United overall.
They do.
So I think that is going to be extremely close. It was almost a toss of a coin
it's
where
quite close,
I
though.
put Manchester United 4th, then I
Yeah.
was going United 3rd and Liverpool 4th, and really wasn't sure. But the reason I've gone for Liverpool 4th is I think that despite Virgil van Dijk coming back, I think it is going to probably take 3 months to see full.
Well, it didn't, did it? Virgil van Dijk shit on me there. Virgil van Dijk came back like the Rolls Royce he was always going to come back on. You're talking absolute waffle, Tomlinson. Waffle.
I've gone United first.
I think mine's slightly different to your...
I think
By the
that's-
sounds
I
of
think
you
it's tight,
guys,
man.
you sound tight with Liverpool in 4th. I'm kind of the opposite. I think United will be tight with the top 2 of Chelsea and Liverpool.
My issue with that.
Oh, shut up, Jalal. What? Even I think I would have been sceptical about that. United being in the top 2.
Is
Chelsea
that I
City.
think United's squad last season was still markedly worse than City's and Chelsea's, and despite the fact United have signed Varane and Sancho, the teams they're competing with for those league titles, City and Chelsea, have got even better. Like when Lukaku comes through the door,
If it's still an if though, that is the.
it's a when. He comes through the door, and Koundé comes through the door. Grealish is already through the door at City. It's just still a defensive midfielder.
See, why didn't I have Liverpool in my thoughts there? Because my logic is correct that United is still squad-wise off it, but why was I not respecting Liverpool? I just want to reach in and slap myself in the face because the logic's not terrible, but I'm almost convincing myself that United are able to take a step forward. I was just so delusional.
But my problem with United, or my only remaining big problem, is that double pivot. That needs upgrading in order for United to become title challengers. And
it didn't get upgraded, and that was one of the reasons that Manchester United suffered so badly this season. You know, Hamill pointing it out very well there.
I actually think that Saul Niguez is probably a bit of an underestimated proposition.
Oh no! Oh my God! How many games did Saul play? Did he even finish the season? Oh, that's a cracker. That is an absolute cracker. That one. Seriously, that's a cracker. 5 league starts. Clip that.
But yeah, should we go on to second place?
Let's go on to second place then.
I mean, looking at me, but yeah, it probably is Chelsea for me.
You're going Chelsea as well.
Yeah, the thing is, it's going to be tight, and it is all dependent on Romelu Lukaku. It really, really is. If he joins, I think he's going to hit the ground running. Like Chelsea last year, the fact that we got 4th place and our highest goal scorer was Jorginho on 7. It doesn't make sense in my head how that happens. And if we can get a goal scorer like Lukaku, who's been fantastic at Inter over the past couple of seasons, and he hits the ground running like he has there.
Oh, I just feel so sorry for Zach here because I was definitely agreeing. I think I had Romelu Lukaku down as my top scorer. I'm sure Chris is going to agree as well, but it's just gone so catastrophically badly.
I genuinely think it comes down to who wins the title comes down to these next 3 weeks. If City get Kane, nailed on title winners, absolutely nobody competes with them. If Chelsea get Lukaku and City don't get Kane, I think Chelsea will win the league.
There.
Oh! The pain! Why do I pay so much credence to transfers? I'm never doing it again, man. Oh, the pain. I want to carry off into a ball. Oh.
Good, we've got a different answer.
I think, yeah, I do. I know that Pep, classically across seasons, has proved an ability to bring in a ridiculous amount of points. I think over the last 4 seasons, is averaging 93 points in the Premier League. And if City...
I'm literally talking myself into saying City are the best team in the league, they're going to win the league. And then I'm just going, but...
puts up 95 points again, I don't think Chelsea will be able to live with them. However...
Okay, so, why then, Joe, when you've just said if City puts up 95 points and he averages around 95 points, have you said Chelsea are going to win the league? You absolute tit.
Romelu Lukaku, for me, will be such a big difference for Chelsea. If he comes in and hits the ground at the speed he's been playing at Inter, scores 25 league goals, and City don't have a striker to score 20 plus, I think Chelsea will win the league. Classically, league titles have been won by teams that have got a striker scoring 20 plus goals in them, and I think that'll be more likely to be Chelsea for Lukaku.
I don't even think that, he will make someone like Timo Werner better as well.
Yeah, we are so clueless. I don't know why you lot watch Sunday Vibes. We are chatting absolute shit.
Romelu Lukaku got 11 assists in Serie A last season. He was pretty much his expected goals and assists meant he was contributing to, or theoretically was contributing to 0.99 goals and assists per 90. So you're getting something out of him every single game.
They didn't.
Even if we got Lukaku, I think it'll be very, very. I think it'll come down to the last day.
Well, he came down to the last day, but your team weren't involved, Zachary.
I'm still going to go for City.
Well done, Chris. Well done, Christopher. Somebody had to get one f***ing prediction right. Jesus Christ.
All right, should we do fifth place?
5th place.
Yes.
Oh, this is a big one. 5th place. So we got our top 4s tremendously wrong. Hamill got, of course, Manchester City correct. The rest of them would have been wrong. Let's talk about 5th place.
To give you some time, I went Leicester.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
So I think they're going to miss out on Champions League football once
Again.
more.
I've gone Arsenal.
Okay.
Come on! Come on! Back the Arteta machine! Someone had to. Took absolute pelters for this at the start of the season. I probably took pelters for this in the comments as well. Let's have a look. Overlooking Liverpool. Yeah, overlooking Liverpool. Sleeping on Liverpool. True, true, true. Amazing how Joe is so optimistic about Arsenal. I'm not buying into him.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Arsenal will have a better season than people thought. Just judging on the back half of last season was actually slightly underrated by Mikel Arteta. I think they picked up about the fourth or fifth highest points tally across the last 6 months of the season. I think the recruitment hasn't been terrible. It hasn't been as bad as people have made out. Ben White is an overspend, yes, but it is an improvement on their current centre-back prop.
Thank you. Thank you. A correct prediction from this ginger bastard. It's been time coming. It's been time coming, so I'm going to bloody enjoy this.
Really excited by Alberto Lokonga in the midfield as well. I think he's definitely going to add something to the team. Whether or not that Partey injury was as bad as its first fit, I'm not too sure. And I think Nicolas Pepe was looking much, much stronger towards...
I ruined it. Ruined it.
I think it's going to be tight. Like I think behind top four, I think 5th, 6th, and 7th could be again quite tight. I think if Spurs keep Harry Kane, I think Nuno will probably do a good enough job to try and battle for that place.
Oh, that's our first Nuno prop.
I've been quite dismissive of Spurs. I don't know why. I think they're 7th. Anyway, sorry.
No. I mean, I also could see that happening, but I think it would be within a few points. I mean, your argument of Arsenal's maybe made me change my mind slightly on them in my head.
Oh.
I was before this, I was making bets that Aston Villa would be finishing above them. Yeah. Now that I come,
You did make that bet, £20, paid it out last week. Fair play to paying it out because that is an absolute jab.
2 bets in the WhatsApp group. We had
3 bets, one me as well.
Yeah.
no, George didn't take it. George didn't take it.
Okay.
George! Why did you not take that bet? You're editing it. Bottle job.
Because I do
George
have
wanted 100 quid.
exactly. No, I did.
There we go. George knows ball.
I do slightly worry for them. However, I would probably go for a Leicester 5th and then Arsenal 6th.
Interesting.
Another Leicester prop. A lot of Leicester respect going on in this ep.
Relegated then. All right, bottom of the league. Is anybody not going to say Watford?
Yeah, Watford.
Why didn't...
Have the worst squad by far.
Why? What? Where's the... Where are Norwich? What did I say here? Oh no.
And yeah, they've not made any great signings. I think Imran Luzar's their most noteworthy signing from Nantes for £9 million, and I don't know anything about him. So it might be a little bit might be owing to lack of preparation. But yeah, I think dead set for bottom.
I think
They didn't finish. They're second bottom though. Very, very close.
I'm looking at here Watford. I think awful.
Yeah.
Just ostensibly, I think Newcastle's squad is
Rough.
a rough place.
Oh, it's hard for Newcastle, isn't it? Because I feel like I'm going to, and the boys are going to agree with me here, that Newcastle were in a lot of trouble. And they were in so much trouble. And we couldn't really have predicted the takeover. Couldn't have predicted the takeover. Couldn't have predicted £150 million of spend in January. Couldn't have predicted all these things happening. But maybe we were slightly underrating the squad. Maybe we were.
I'm not as hot on Brentford as I think some people. I think Brentford might struggle.
Big L for me there. Big L for me. Thomas Frank did a wonderful job. Totally underrated how good of a coach he was.
I think Burnley might struggle. Southampton look like they're in a bit of turmoil.
They did. Both those teams
After
did.
the loss of Danny Ings.
Where's Norwich?
I think that
Norwich,
Palace is a bit of a
they'll be
question
okay,
mark.
but...
Oh, Joe! Don't say it. I can't believe I just said that. That might be the worst prediction of the day. That's the worst prediction of the day. Norwich will be okay. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Who's your second bottom then?
It's tough. I think Newcastle could. Oh.
Yeah, that's my second bottom, Newcastle.
But also South.
See, it's tough with Newcastle. Again, we just didn't know that the takeover was going to happen. And if they hadn't been taken over, I think they probably would have gone down.
Southampton. I worry without Danny Ings. I really do. I think Southampton are rough. Essentially,
They had a this season, Southampton. An under the radar.
from what they ended the seaon with last year. I think their signing of Livramento from Chelsea is fantastic. I think he's a really good player. Semedo as well. But these are guys...
Go on, Jalab. Shouting out Valentino Livramento. Not many people were saying that pre-season.
I've gone for Norwich though, second ball.
Hamo.
So, did you sell on Newcastle? Or
Rescuing us here,
Southampton,
Christopher.
Southampton.
Yeah, I'm
Love it.
Newcastle. I think Newcastle have had a terrible summer. I think the club is in real turmoil off the pitch. I know there's chat about giving Steve Bruce a new 3-year contract at the moment as well.
Has Willock gone through?
Willock hasn't gone through.
Okay.
I mean, that was heavy rumours, wasn't it? And I just don't think they're going to pay £25 million for Joe Willock, to be honest with you.
They did pay £25 million for Joe Willock, and they didn't give him a 3-year contract. I am having a shitter.
But then the dealing slowed right down, and I still think they're like 3 or 4 players away from giving even survival a good go. And I know like Farke's going to be better prepared this time round than last time. They're not going to sell Cantwell. That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
They did sell Cantwell, but Hamill's spot on about Norwich. He had Norwich and Watford bottom 2. Wrong way round, but it's a good prediction.
This is a tight one, isn't it?
See, I think I go Newcastle here. I back Brentford and I back Norwich to stay up.
Okay.
I think, but with Brentford, I think it could go either way here. They could be in for a shock and really get pumped, or they could do some surprising, like.
Covered yourself for the we need to talk video there.
Exactly.
Yeah, he f***ing has. Who's his bottom 2? Where are Burnley in this conversation, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Go either way.
But I think it's all about Ivan Toney, right? Like he scored so many goals from last season, and he is the man that will keep them up if they do stuff.
Comically, it ended up being all about Christian Eriksen, because prior to the Eriksen arrival, they'd lost 9 games on the bounce. I think without Eriksen's arrival, they would have been in the relegation conversation. But again, we weren't to know that they were going to sign a player of that calibre in January.
You've swayed me towards Norwich, but I'm going to stick with my
Say
gut
it.
and say Brentford. Brentford remind
cough,
me a little
Joe.
bit of
Say
Norwich
Norwich!
season 1 when they came up a couple of years
TV
ago,
show.
where they play some lovely football
Yeah.
in the Championship. But can they afford to do that in the Premier League? And I know that Thomas Frank is definitely going to adapt that system. I think the signing of Christopher Ayer is really smart at the back.
What's weird about my predictions, is I say reasons for the opposite of the prediction I'm about to make. So I'm like, yeah, they've signed really well. Thomas Frank's a good coach. And then I'm like, but I just think, what?
I've gone for Burnley.
Oh.
Chris, mate. Spot on. Absolutely nailed it. Watford, Norwich, Burnley. Chris Hamill, the best ball knowledge on Football Daily on this episode of Sunday Vibes, and probably across the course of the season, to be honest with you.
Overachievers.
Overachievers.
I want to see Leeds, but I think Leeds, like, it would actually be expected now.
Yeah, can we classify Leeds
Yeah, like, I don't
as an
think we can-
overachiever?
Definitely, given that they stayed up on the final day.
I mean, if Leeds finish
they-
7th, then it's...
Oh, Joe! Oh, my ball knowledge. Honestly, my ball knowledge is down the toilet. It's down the toilet. This is as bad as you've ever seen this. This is as bad as you've ever seen.
top scorer then.
Oh.
For me, this is just a walk-in Romelu Lukaku.
Oh, oh, I'm going to take so much heat in the comments for this.
I think Vardy's going to be off it. Like he's normally there.
Yeah.
Aubameyang might make a little bit of a comeback. I wouldn't put it beyond him.
Give it.
Aubameyang's not bad.
To
No, if Eddie Cavani's playing 20.
Oh, I'm hoping I say this is a joke. F*** me.
games that he's not
he
going to
just won't
score
be fit
enough.
enough for it. I agree. I think Mo Salah.
Yeah, I'm just.
Good. Stick with Mo Salah, Joe. Don't change your mind again, for God's sake.
Player of the year. Take it away.
Okay, so I for a while now have been saying it's an outside shout. I get this after especially what happened, but I back Kai Havertz to win Player of the Year. I think the way he ended that.
Get on that, Joe.
Cheers. The way he ended the season for Chelsea was fantastic. It is it's so dependent now on if Lukaku joins, what position will he play. Obviously,
Oh, it's not even the. Do you know what's the worst thing? It's not even the worst shout of the day, is it? Kai Havertz winning Player of the Year. This episode fucking stinks.
I'm going to go Jack Grealish.
Oh! Oh, zero ball knowledge. Zero ball knowledge from Joe Tomlinson today. Grealish. Fuck me. Let's see who Hamster has to say then.
Bruno Fernandes is his numbers are probably going to tumble a little bit. You'd expect that's only natural, no direct dig at him.
Don't say Bruno.
So yeah, I think they're pretty sensible guesses. I'm going to go KDB then.
Okay.
Oh, Chris, mate. Ball knowledge on point. Hamill has easily had the best predictions of anybody on here. Don't listen to me again. Don't listen to Jalab again. Only listen to Chris Hamill.
KDB, manager of the year.
Woof tuckle over the course of the season. Come on.
And there it goes. Nah, Tuchel's been alright.
Should we say, okay, like, who could we see outside the top 4 being the most influential manager?
Let's do that.
That's an interesting question. Who's going to be the most influential manager outside the top 4? It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'll go with Dean Smith. I think, especially after losing just your star player.
Sacked. Why do people watch Sunday Vibes, man? We chat such garbage.
Okay, so outside the top 4, I'm going to go Mikel Arteta. Okay. I think Mikel Arteta will improve that team yet again this year, especially going forward, because obviously much more.
It's probably one of the few things I've got right throughout the course of this is just Arteta's influence, and I'd still back him. I think he's had a great season, man, and I think he's a really good coach.
If Everton sell James Rodriguez or let him go because he wants to go now, Ancelotti's gone, doesn't it? Or they are the rumours anyway.
Yeah.
And Rafa Benitez does his. This is a guy who took that Newcastle side to 12. Does his thing, and Everton.
Hamill's ball knowledge is crumbling. Hamill.
In our little subcategory, I'm going to go Rafa.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Well, we ended up going on to talk about quickfire questions then, so we may as well wrap up the predictions there because that was absolutely harrowing viewing, having to put myself through that. But I hope you enjoyed watching my reaction to our terrible pre-season predictions. No doubt in a couple of months I'll make even worse ones, but that's the land we live in, isn't it? That is football. You're pretty much clueless unless you're a genius like Chris Hamill. Patrick Van Straten did a runner for the episode anyway, so he's got nowhere to hide. Do you know what? It wasn't pretty, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.